allowing a man to consume or commit. And I think a lot of women unintentionally put themselves in a situation where men are consuming you. And when they consume you, they don't commit to you because they're two totally different mindsets. And they start viewing you from a really different place. And so let's describe what consume means. So for me, consumption means if you're hanging out with a guy, think of it like social media, right? If you're a content creator and someone is consuming your content, they just consume. Let's say you're selling a product, but they never buy. It's typically because they're getting enough that doesn't make them feel like they have to invest, okay? The same goes for dating and men. If a man is getting everything he wants from you for free, why would he have to commit, right? Because they're totally different styles of thinking. So I used to be somebody that let a man consume me. And it feels really crappy because you don't feel valued. You don't feel like somebody's investing in you, right? It's like the same with when a man, if he doesn't pay for dinner, you can feel, or like you have to go half. It's not that you had to pay, it's that you didn't feel valued enough for him to pay for everything, right? It's like you're already paying half, why not pay for the whole thing? The same goes for if a man isn't committing to you, but he's consuming you, it's because he's getting things for free and he doesn't feel like he has to invest. You haven't set the standard on making him invest. And I call this having a buyer's mindset. So you either want to be a seller or a buyer. The buyer has all the power. Here's why. Sellers get rejected, buyers do the rejecting. And I believe that when you're the buyer, you're the one that's saying, listen, I don't know if I want you yet. I'm buying. Like, I don't know yet. You're trying to sell yourself to me, which most men do, right? They try to prove themselves and they try to show a woman like what he has to offer. And this is a very masculine thing to do. It's to do things in order to get a result. And they do it in order to prove themselves worthy of being in your presence, right? And a woman with high standards does this. I find that oftentimes when you don't believe that you have a lot to offer a guy, you'll be trying to sell yourself to him. And you have to notice, like, do you go into like this over proving, impressing, trying to talk about your work, or trying to show your body, trying to give sex, trying to give and do things in order for him to like you? You're in selling. And it's the worst thing to do because a man knows that, like, he has to be proving himself. He should be the seller, and rings very untrue to a man. It feels off. It's like, why are you selling? Like, I should be the one selling myself. And it comes off as like insecure, desperate almost. Yeah. And so I'm not saying you are, but that's the vibe that you give off. And men want a woman that they can be proud of. Men want a woman that they can respect, and they respect women that hold themselves to high standards. Because if you hold yourself to a high standard, he'll know that you're going to do that all the time. And he wants a woman like that. He doesn't want a woman that's just going to give it up. Although they'll take it because they're men and they think with their bodies, right? They will take it, but he won't see you most men will not see you as long-term. They'll see you as surface, friends, fun, not marriage material, right? So you have to see where you're allowing God to consume you and versus commit. And this typically stems from the mindset of, he's really great. Oh, like, does he like me? I'm going to do this so that he'll like me. And it's from this proving, pleasing, performing energy. And that tends to come from low self-concept, low self-identity, low self-worth, believing that you're getting a prize versus he's getting the prize when he's with you. Because men that consume don't commit. You have to make a man invest. You have to make a man understand what he's getting and the value of it. I call this helping him buy, okay? He's not buying. You're the buyer. You're the one that's saying, he's the one that can get rejected. He's a seller. But you want to make him feel like he's buying. And the best salespeople help people buy. It never comes off as selling. And so what you're basically doing there is you want to let him be himself, talk, get to know him, get to know what he's looking for. If you're a good salesperson, it's like asking questions what he's looking for, and then saying, okay, you have this option, you have this option, you have this option, you have this option. And this is the benefit of that one, this is the benefit of that, this is the benefit of that. My favorite is this one because I think it does this. And if I were you, if you were my brother, this is what I would pick. But do what you want, like, and then look at them and then call me if you want, I'll be over here. No pressure. Helping a person buy is no pressure selling, right? He does not feel like he's being sold. And what this is in dating or when you're with a man, what this looks like is hanging out with him, being selective, not getting physical, not getting close, not letting him know too much information, letting him know enough. Like, this is what you'll get if you're with me. Like, this is who I am. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. These are my standards. This is what it takes to be with me. This is the cost, right? And if you want to be with me, then this is what it is. But no pressure. Like, you get to decide, but I'm not. That's the cost. The cost is the cost. And yeah. But anyway, we're friends, so it doesn't matter. We're not doing anything romantic until you show me that you're willing to pay that cost, because that's the cost, right? My standards are here. I want a Christian man. I want a man that lets me stay home with the kids. I don't know, whatever your standards are, right? When you're helping somebody buy, you want to show him products, right? And let him see, like, what are the other options he has and why the one that you're recommending is the best. It's like, look, you can have other women. Go ahead. I don't care. We're not in a relationship. You can have other women. But with me, this is what you're going to get. And look how, let him experience what it is to be with you, how fun it is. There's no pressure because you're not his girlfriend yet, right? You're not making him commit to you. You guys haven't kissed, nothing. It's like, you don't get any of that until I'm your girlfriend, right? But for now, we'll have fun. And you'll get all those things if you pay, and this is the price to pay, right? That's what a good salesperson does, is she helps a man buy. She doesn't sell herself. It's just no pressure. I'm here. We're friends. We're platonic. We're platonic until we're romantic. And you have to be strong in your values, your standards, understand your value. That if a man wants anything more than platonic, he has to invest in these ways. And take it or leave it. It's okay. Like, there's other options, right? You have all these girls. Go ahead. I don't care. But this is what it takes to be with me and be able to walk away. The walking away is like, I'm leaving, but it sends such a big message to a man. It's like, wow, she must be really great. This is what people think. It must be really great. She doesn't really need me to buy, right? Like, when you have a salesperson that says, tell me when you're ready. Like, if you're ready, call me and then I'll come over. You're like, they don't want me to buy. There's no pressure. And it almost makes you curious. It makes you want to buy because there's no pressure. You want to have autonomy and agency, men especially.